Get your pen and paper ready. Top 5 tips, service accommodation, interviewing Andy Churchill. This is dynamite. Get ready. Hi, Trevor Cutmore again, and I have the pleasure of interviewing a very good and close friend of mine, Andy Churchill. We're going to talk about service accommodation, all right? But I have to explain something to you first. I am in this attire because I've come over from Lincoln and we're playing golf today, all right? We're actually playing for this service accommodation apartment. No, we're not. However, look, Andy does service accommodation perfectly, the way it should be done. So, Andy, look, thank you for taking the time.
A pleasure, Trevor, as always.
This is a stunning place.
It's lovely. I'm glad you like it. Yeah.
So, look, first of all, there's so many people coming into service accommodation, and it is really a flavour of the month. And so many people asking me questions, what do you say to the agents, etc., etc. Now, I don't really want to talk about, going to agents and doing rent to service accommodation. What I want to know is basically the top 5 things about when you get it, what you do with it. Because, new people, what it's like. New people, they jump in and they get the keys and they say,
what am I doing now? Yeah, okay. Well, it's interesting you ask me what do you do with it once you've got it, because actually it's more important to do stuff before you even get it.
Great.
Obviously. So the top of my top 5 would have to be, you've got to do your numbers first.
Yep.
You've got to do your numbers, you've got to research your market, and you've got to make sure that the numbers stack up. A lot of people, we were talking earlier about this, and a lot of people would say, okay, well, if I can get 75-80% occupancy on a regular basis, then that'll do, won't it? Well, actually, it takes a while to get it sorted and to actually get up to that level, and that's assuming that that's available in your market, in your location. You really need to be getting profitable at, I would say, between 40 and 50%.
I agree. That's what I tell people.
If you can do that, then you've got a very profitable operation, because we work on the basis of we probably would get overall, over the year, 75% occupancy as an expectation.
Yes.
If we get more than that, then that's great. That's super bonus time, but you need to get into that bonus time by the time you've got to between 40 and 50% occupancy.
No, perfect. And you've gone for the executive style as well, haven't you?
Yes, we have, yeah. So we're in a Nottingham city centre. We're in the Lace Market, which is the old historic centre of Nottingham, and it's 2 minutes walk from everywhere. So the city centre, loads of sports locations, the theatres, all the shops are immediately around us, the restaurants are here. It's really nice and quiet. So it's an ideal location.
Absolutely. And look, and that really links onto your numbers really well, doesn't it? Because
absolutely.
When you're thinking, I want to have a service accommodation, who are your clients?
Well, you've got to work out what's your market. Now, as you've rightly said, we're in the executive market, so we have quite a lot of barristers coming to stay here. We're 300 yards from the courts, so it was kind of an obvious target for us. We have a lot of people who come to see bands and comedians at the Motorpoint Arena, because again, that's 200 yards down the road. It's ideal. So wherever you're located, you've got to find out who are the businesses around you that are going to take the clients that you have to stay. We are registering with corporate OTAs, the travel agents, and as well as people coming in off their own bat, we are finding that those corporate agents are finding that we are useful for the people they need to place as an agency in the companies locally.
That is so good, because so many people get on spareroom.com, whatever it's going to be, they're all over the place trying to do it, or booking.com.
It's a good start. It's a good place to start.
But you've got your niche. You've recognised where they are, and a lot of people are going to be travelling up from London, and this is it. And
so that's really the second point, is work out what your niche is, who your clients are, and from where you're going to get your income. Because if your clients aren't there, there's no income.
No.
Okay. So the third thing really is you've got to have quality accommodation.
Yeah.
There is no excuse for poor accommodation. You've got to present it well. You actually need to have really good professional photographs taken of all of your rooms, and that's not just the bedrooms. You need to take the common areas as well in your photographs. Present it really well so that when you go on to the likes of booking.com and that sort of thing, it will be displayed to the best possibility. Okay, so that's number 3. I would say number 4 is a lot of people say, I've got to have 2 nights minimum and that's it, no compromise.
Yeah.
This is a business which is very fickle, and you've got to be flexible.
Yes.
Okay, so what we have done is we have said, for a period of time, we will allow 1 night stay. You've got to build up the business.
I agree.
You've got to get that business up to a certain level before you then say it's getting a bit difficult to actually book people in.
And I couldn't agree more. You know, when I go away, whether it's London and Annecy in France to see my son, I rent the same place. Because I've been there, I know it, and I love going back. Now, it costs a little bit more, but you know, for me, what's really important, not only is it clean, tidy, professionally done, quality, but more than that, I like the little things, the touches, right? I love the way that wherever I go, they keep a fresh pint of milk in the fridge for me. There's little, it might be, like in France, they have the dried toast and there's marmalade and things like that. Tea and coffee and like I say, fresh milk. It makes all the difference to me. And I've been to others, and they got nothing. So, you know, the quality, I think, is so important that people miss it. The small things go a long, long way.
That's right, and that's all part of the service as well, which comes into your systems and your procedures, really. And we are now putting keypads on all of the doors. It's got to be a remotely operated business. You can't be here all the time. I mean, we're very fortunate in that our office is based downstairs as well, and so we can see people, but we don't need to. And if we can see people less and less,
absolutely,
that means that we've got more time to run other parts of our business.
Systemization.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So you've got to get those systems working.
What is a keypad? Well, let me ask you. You and I both know, a lot of new, especially new investors won't know, that if you put one of those key safes on the outside of your front door, you have to inform your insurance company.
Yes.
Because your premium is going to go up, because there is a danger that someone can break in. But you've got these security keypads, electric keypads.
Yes.
What do they cost? Do you know?
So our local locksmith will install one of those for about 250 quid. Now, what you have to understand is that we already have a system which has a proximity reader for key fobs already, and what we're doing is we're changing out those proximity readers for keypads.
Yes.
So each of those systems is standalone in each of the apartments, right? So we're going to put one on the main front door, and then one for each of the apartments. Now it has a control panel within the system, and that might cost you, let's say, 500 quid.
£500.
Okay. So if you're starting from scratch, it will cost you obviously a lot more. But it's worth doing it because it means you can manage the whole thing remotely. In terms of the key boxes, there are 1 or 2 aspects where we do need those key boxes, but we are putting those key boxes on the inside of the building.
Yes, perfect.
And they are in front of the CCTV cameras that we've got installed.
Perfect.
So there's no issue there as far as the insurance company.
That's a great tip, because so many people say, you know, how do I manage keys? But you know, you're taking it to another degree. I like the way that you're using technology to your advantage, systemizing stuff, and not having to get someone to give a key to someone. It's so much better. It's good.
Yeah.
So,
and I would say the last tip really is you've got to enjoy it.
Yes.
You know, okay, it's a business, and okay, yes, you've got to make money, but you've really got to enjoy what you do, and it can be labour intensive, and it will require you to put extra hours in now and again. If you don't really enjoy this sort of thing, then perhaps it's not for you and you need to think about doing something else.
No, I agree. I couldn't agree more. You've got to have a passion to enjoy, and that's, I think it's a great passion that you and I have, is problem solving.
Yes. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So you've got to love problems.
Yeah.
All right. You know, I keep telling. I've been married, 37 years, and I haven't stayed there without having to understand how to overcome problems. And it is vital that you can embrace them, not lose your rag or blow up, but you take it. It's part of the journey. It has to be.
It absolutely is. I mean, my property journey has been over 20 or so years now, 25 years I think, and I started small, and I've gradually grown as a person, as an investor, as a company, and we've got to where we are now. But that's not without a lot of effort, but it's given me a lot of time to actually work out what I do enjoy and what I really want to do.
Absolutely.
And what I don't want to do.
Yeah.
And what I can give to other people.
Absolutely.
To do.
And to play golf with me
Indeed,
as well.
absolutely.
Fantastic.
The cherry on the cake.
So look, if some people are watching this, they want to come and have a look at Nottingham, can I put your email down so they can contact you about getting this place? Because this is
Absolutely. Always very pleased to have any guests here.
Super. Andy, listen, thank you so much.
That's a pleasure.
All right, that's been brilliant. I hope that's really helped you guys. There's some really good tips there. 5 top tips from a guy who knows what he's doing, and it's going to help you in your journey. So I'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Thank you, Andy.
Take care. A pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you so much again for watching this video. I hope you got a lot of information and it's helped you on your journey. If you have liked it, please like, subscribe and share to help other people. I wish you all the best. Thank you. Bye bye.